You have all been deceived. Now, by all means, there's a group, higher power, Illuminati. Jack Daniels group, it's a group of millionaires. Big corporations, all that. How about if I show it to you? Do a pledge. Pledge of allegiance to the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all. To the republic for which it stands. Now, assassination attempts. We have Abraham Lincoln, who was the first Democratic president, was he? Or second? But he was the first president to try abolishing slavery. That's what he was planning on doing. What happened? Got assassinated. Over at the theater. Was assassinated. Martin Luther King was also fighting for rights for, rights for black people, Africans. What happened? He just stood right in front of his hotel room, assassinated. He was peacefully protesting. And Abraham Lincoln was also president. Then we have some cases right here. Okay. We have the George Bush. George Bush was elected Republican. 9/11 occurred. What did he do? He did nothing. Why? Because he knew what would happen. He knew what was going on. Assassination of John F. Kennedy? Illuminati. I don't know what party he was, but he was assassinated because he was helping out the people. So they sniped him. And yet, person got caught and that was it. But then the whole 9/11 occurred, there was all this fear going around. And next thing you know, that was the whole reason why people should go ahead and start fighting off of the Middle East. Which we're pretty much just fighting. We're still been over at Iraq or Iran. And we're fighting. Okay, we finally got Saddam Hussein, we finally got Bin Laden. We're still there. You know why? Because it's an ongoing war. They're fighting against someone else. They're trying to take over. Now how these Republicans are just forcing religion upon people. Christianity is not based around Satanism. There is no Satan. Except if you see except for the dollar bill, money. Because we all know that money is the whole source of evil. Because people have like trillions and trillions of dollars and use that to their advantage. Just how they're passing bills of CISPA and PIPA. And who is passing it? Lama Smith. Republican. What a coincidence. A Republican. Republican Party that's Christian. That's, censored Christian. That are also, scientists. Because this guy is also going for scientist. He's a Christian science religion. Something like that. Whenever people find out about this, what do you think happens to them? They're in a mental hospital. Get diagnosed with something very familiar. Schizophrenia. Have you ever seen that one person who's like over, oh, aliens are gonna attack, or oh, the CIA is like brainwashing me, or something like that. Or there's some people plotting threats on me. Now, after recent events, people are starting to find out about this Illuminati. You should know that the Republican Party is the Illuminati. See, we have nothing but idiots who have nothing but money, and just say one person represents them. But you know how they do it? You know, they're like wanting to pass a bill, they go to people's houses and threaten them, or bribe them, forcibly bribe them with money. That's how they rule everything. Money, money, money. You take away money, they start crying and complaining. Because, you know, money is their whole happiness. Having money for them is like, oh wow, this is way better. And then they just go ahead and start saying, oh, God is the one that chose us. You know, God is our Savior. God is the one who's going to take us and save us to salvation. Really? I mean, you're censoring us. I mean, you're locking up people in mental hospitals, and you're all around saying, oh, homosexuality is the source of all evil. When homosexuality, the only reason why it happened because a bunch of people who are desperate to get into a relationship. You get told, oh, because you were obsessed over we're obsessed over a girl or a guy. That means that you like the same gender. So you should just go ahead and like the same gender. And thus homosexuality is born. Desperation for a relationship. And now that I would also like to say that all studies, Republican Party seems to have a sentence of schizophrenic. I mean, let's look at it. You know, they go ahead and with their belief on some fake God that they make up. You know, this God who basically like, oh, you know, I just freaking planet, Earth, ooh, created like that. You know, just like what scientists say. Bipolar, I mean, Big Bang Theory, you know, where something just got compressed so much, and then poof, all this stuff will start creating. It was compressing. There was nothing before, and then something, how all this compressed and exploded and made something. False. God was the one who created it. The better question is, what is science? You're gonna tell me, oh look, it's advancements, you see? Like the sofa you're sitting down on, the camera you're recording us in? Nope. That's all engineering. You see how the hell physics, air molecules, you know, this right here that I'm waving? Physics, engineering, quantum physics. You know, whenever you get sick and you're trying to wonder why you are, it's a medical, but it's not to the point where you have to force yourself on medication. It's just some sort of biochemistry engineering. You know, where you have buildings and architects, you know, building skyscrapers and all those. We have water irrigation and planes and cars. All engineering. None of that had to do with science. Now science is basically just proving theories. Like theories of evolution, like for instance. Theory of evolution where monkeys evolved into humans? Bullshit. First off, evolution is when one has to evolve to adapt. So like for instance, the bunny has brown hair, brown short hair in the summer. Now when it goes to winter, all that brown hair comes off and they grow white hair. So they can actually live in the snow. So they won't freeze to death. It's evolution. Bears, you know, once it's winter time, they hibernate. And they're able to hibernate for months. Evolution. Now what is it that primates had to evolve into to make us humans? Into humans when they were already perfect with the environment. They're perfect in the jungle. They're going out swinging on vines, swinging on this, all this stuff. But yet they had to evolve into what? Useless sack of shits. I mean, look at us. We're not being run by anything. We're being run over by people who are just hungry with power, who have money. You know, because somehow a dollar bill, somehow one of those bills right here, see this thing right here, because somehow one of these is more meaningful than someone. It's more meaningful than dream, more meaningful than anything like that. You know, a little piece of paper. And I'm for sure someone just goes ahead and starts ripping a piece right here. Oh, I'm for sure there's so many people who are getting really pissed off from this. See someone rip a piece of that? Most likely someone's going berserk and getting raging, anger, because why do you rip the paper? Sign of schizophrenia. You're getting so pissed off over something, materialistic thing, schizophrenia. Now, how Republicans are running people is by money. They bribe people with money. Who the hell cares about money? We don't need money. It's all useless. And then they go make up some imaginary god who basically somehow was the one who created the scientific bullshit, which, you know, natural theory, natural selection. You gotta love that. Basically, how natural selection work is, you know, make sure that all the strong species are strong enough to live, while the weaker ones are dying off. So basically, which pretty much means that fish won't be able to, you know, live on land, while animals pretty much birds won't be able to live in water, live inside water. That's pretty much what it is. Natural selection with humans is basically this. There's the corrupt, you know, the corrupt with immensely more money, and the manipulate people. And the manipulate people, you know, like schizos, who say, oh my god, aliens are going to attack. We're going to be hunted down by terrorists that are just imaginary. You know? Republicans. You know how Republicans do it and how politicians do it? You know, Republicans? And our religious, Mormons, so many different ways. And then we have the other people, you know, the people trying to survive, can do anything. You know, the people, good people you see around who actually have morals, who will help out someone. What do you think goes up higher? I mean, you know, the one with stronger willpower should, right? But the one with the money, the one with corruption, the one with manipulation, will go surpass the ones that are lower, while all the people who are stronger, will support us, who will actually help us ascend, will die. Have you ever tried looking to like videos of suicides? You know, seeing the people commit suicide? How do they look? Do they look very attractive? Or are they good people? Well, then now you know. They kill themselves because they can't do anything. Because, you know, get thrown to psychiatry department and get shoved with medication by force. Or they don't have anyone. So the next time, you better help out someone who's depressed, who's suicide depressed. Help out. Don't text them. Don't call them. We'll call them. That'll work. But at least talk with them in person. Hang out with them. If not, the next thing you know, the person probably killed himself. So there you go. There's natural selection. Bullshit theory to force people into killing each other. Just like with the censored Christianity, you know, Mormon and Jehovah's Witness. I love Jehovah's Witness. Basically, Jehovah's Witness is just schizophrenic. This is just Jehovah's schizos, basically. You know, just one day, you know, a guy just walks around and he found a penny and he's like, oh my god, I found Jehovah. Or, you know, girl just walking down the stairs, and next thing you know, she sees a guy with his pants down, and she's like, holy crap, I saw Jehovah, I must worship Jehovah. You know, some bullshit like that. And then go walk around with suits and ties and asking for money. You know, because church is all you're doing, donating to them. You're doing to the Illuminati. You're getting so much money. Who knows how much, like thousands every week. And people are foolishly donating because, you know, they're desperate for God, they're desperate for prayer. You have to decide for yourself. Don't let these manipulations go to you. Oh damn, this video is going too long. Well then, might as well end this off here. This dollar bill right here, I'm not ripping it. See? I am not ripping it. And to make my point even more, this pen is not real. And you know why it's not real? Because I'm a fucking schizophrenic.